Luca, what's going on, my friend? Hey, looking really good, man. Big pro day coming up this weekend. All right, we're about to get you right. So we've been working on this all summer. Check it out. Nice, looks good. I want to talk to you about 3 little things I see. Okay, so here at the start, good. You dive in. The first thing I want to tell you, all right, is watch your head. Look what your head does here. So we drive. Your head is still gazed, okay, over here. So your body starts moving this way, but your head is still here. So your body forces your head to whip around. Bang, you're still looking out here. Now your head has to flip when your body gets going. Your body is going to want to follow your eyes. All right, so the very first thing we should do is, even in our setup here, your gaze is right here. Cheat that more, man. They're not going to say anything. Even start to look out here. Start tilting that head. That's just another moving piece that we don't have to snap around when we go into our acceleration. So I would say, instead of our gaze right out here, point that gaze almost down here to the guys timing you, okay? So now when we start, we don't start with our body and our head whips around last second. It's just less movement and your body's gonna follow your eyes. And maybe that's a lot of the times when you do run some, I've seen you zigzag because your body hasn't caught up to your gaze yet. If you stop and bang, set a gaze here, you're going to stay more of a straight line, and that's going to accumulate over those 60 yards. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you about is what your ankles are doing here. Okay, so BAP, you punch across, watch this plant ankle here, okay? It plants, it plants, and you almost bury that heel into the grass. I don't know if it's because your grass is soft, but we talked about this before. It looks like you're not dorsiflexing that toe to the shin. And what I mean by dorsiflex is coming over here, okay? So plantar flexion is pointing that toe down, and then dorsiflexion is bringing that big toe up to the shin. All right, so what that's gonna do is every time, if you're in plantar flexion when you run, you're gonna be here and it's gonna sink, it's gonna cause a cushion. That's just more range of motion that's gonna go across those tendons and joints for you to increase that amortization phase. You wanna decrease that amortization phase. So I like using the analogy of a car's airbags. Okay, that's essentially what you're doing when you're in that plantar flexion state, is you're have a car with airbags to decelerate you before you make impact. We don't. We want it to be bam. We want it to be fast and firm. So you have to pull those toes to your shin here, like in dorsiflexion, to decrease that ground contact, that amortization. That's going to allow you to increase your rate of force production going down. Okay, that heel, even in this one, it could be a little bit of the grass, but that heel even slams on the grass behind you. You never want that, okay? You want to create that 45-degree angle, and you want that toe plantar flex to the top of your, or dorsiflex to the top of your shin there. Okay, so we got the head move, get the head move down. Now start bringing those toes to the shin. It'll put you in a better angle. You won't get stuck in the mud here. All right, and then the third and final thing that I think you should try to change is you're cycling back behind you a tad. Okay, so look what this heel does immediately. All right, you're pushing off both feet here, that's great. However, look what this heel does. It immediately comes up to your butt and is almost like you're cycling. See that heel come up? Bang, this heel is gonna go up. Hold up, right, bang. You see that cycle? And you keep cycling out here. You know, Chris Barnard talks with you all the time about this, talks with me, I do the same thing. We don't want it like that. Remember his saying, that were low in ice skates with that low heel recovery. And what that means here, I'll show you a visual. Watch what your left foot does. Bang. It's going to come up to your butt. That's cycling back behind you. We want a low heel recovery, stabbing all that ground force out since we're in acceleration. So pushing that ground away from us that allows us to accelerate down this way. We don't want to be cycling back behind us. And here's a visual from Fast U. Watch this guy. Bang. Look how low his toe even drags. Look how low. You cycle back here. Okay? Sure, it's a little bit different start, but it's the same idea. See how he's dragging with that low heel recovery? It's almost like he's on ice skates. All right? So that's one thing that I think if you fix, it's going to cause a huge gain. But overall, man, it looks way, way, way better than we did when we started this summer. Boom, nice. So get that head figured out, get that gaze out here, start pulling that toe to the shin, dorsiflexion, and then focus on that low heel recovery. Chris Bourne has a good cue with the ice skates. Think about that if that resonates with you. Or just try to see that toe out in front of your nose here. Bang. And at the end of the day, brother, I mean, just look at it as icing on the cake, this 60-yard dash. You're a power hitting catcher. You know what I mean? If you run a poor 60, it's not the end of the world. They'll just be like, oh, okay, he's a power hitting catcher. Yeah, we expect him to be slow. But if you run that under a 7.0, I mean, it's just going to increase that wallet, you know? But hey, don't put too much stress on it. Have a good BP session. Hit some balls in the trees over here. And you'll be good to go, my brother. Talk to you soon.